A Broken Kind of Life by Jamie Mayfield. Read for you by the author. Chapter 1. The boy's heart slammed against his ribs as the sheets bound him, wrapping pieces of cotton around his trembling arms and legs. Hot breath exploded from his lungs in sharp bursts as he fought against their hold, and he tried but failed to keep the blinding fear at bay. Sweat rolled down his back in the dark, stifling space as his arms pulled free of their nighttime bindings. As he searched the dark corners of his room, several minutes passed before his fear burned off into white, hot rage. 2 years had passed since the attack, but night after night his dreams continued to torture him. It was a wonder he ever slept. Even with the regimen of pills his so-called doctors forced on him, he felt like a walking corpse. The description fits so well because everything inside of him was dead. He forced down the wave of nausea that plagued him every morning when the drugs wore off and pushed back the blankets. Peering between the heavy blue curtains, he focused on the Midwestern sky outside. Each of his days was full of repetition and habits, some far stranger than others. For example, the weird game of Russian roulette he played with himself. Each morning said that if the sky was blue and the sun was shining, he could find it within himself to brave just one more day. If, however, he saw a dark and ominous sky, he would roll to his side, face the wall, and pull the covers up over his head. Invariably, his mother would come in to check on him, wanting nothing more than to kiss his forehead or smooth his sleek, disheveled hair, but she never did. Instead, she tried to mourn the loss of her son, but to embrace the broken, disfigured boy left in his place. The sun's harsh rays caused him to squint as he gazed through the gap in the curtains, so he forced himself to get up. The long-sleeved t-shirt clung to his body, soaked in the sweat of a late summer morning. The boy bundled clean clothes tight against his chest, thin socks sliding across slick wooden floor as he shuffled to the bathroom to start his daily routine. Everything in his life revolved around routine. Every mood, every activity, seemingly every thought was closely monitored and controlled through the drugs. Just once, he'd like to get through the day without being nearly incapacitated by fear and pain and be a fully functioning human being again. At 18, his life was over.